morning from Srtv Dex in London. This is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Daddy Chris, and it's a great day. Hey, it's a new day. It's a new dawn. I love what Tony Blair said. This is said, a new dawn. A new dawn. How is it for Nigeria? We have a new national anthem. Now, some are excited about it, some are not. But hey, Nigeria is our country. And back in the days, for those of us who live in this time, we've lived through the two national anthems. I grew up singing Nigeria We Hail Thee. And in my lifetime, we changed to Arise, O Compatriots. Now, if some compatriots are saying, let us go back to Nigeria We Hail Thee, maybe it's time to hail Nigeria. But the beautiful thing today is we have a musician from the UK. He's a musician by birth. He's a musician practicing. He's still a musician. He's a music tutor. He's a producer. He's all and all. Listen, he's a guy you need to meet. But today he's joining us this beautiful morning to first share with us the new national anthem. His name is Ileri Ayo. Ileri Ayo, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I know it's so nice to have you. And we know you're a Nigerian and you are based in the UK. Tell us 1 minute before we get to the rhythm. Who are you? Who is this handsome young man we're seeing right here?
Well, thank you very much, sir. I'm Ileri Ayo Fadini, a musician, a music director, a symphony orchestra director. I'm also a musicologist. I studied music and in the Musical Society of Nigeria, MUSON. I also am a producer. I've won various awards and I've performed with top artists.
No, I hope we'll have you at the Nigerian Week. We'll come to that. Anyway, let us see what you're going to give to us with our new national anthem. Let's roll. Thank you very much. Wow. This guy is
Thank you.
Amazing stuff. Amazing. Thank you so much.
This is why we are made of. That's why we are Nigerians. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There's an amazing piece of melody. You see, Now we're gonna work with you, man. This is good. This is good. And I guess Nigerians home and away are proud of you. I'm happy you're a member of the Nigerian Music Society. Keep us proud. Keep the flag flying. I know you're gonna get out to do other things this morning, but we really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
sir.
once again,
Thank you.
maybe join us as we clap for our guest who has made Nigeria proud this morning. We've just done something on our, you may not know. Thank you very much for making us proud. One more time, please. Let's clap.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So we'll see you shortly. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the business of the day starts right here, right now. It's Wake Up Nigeria. As you know, this is what we take a look at what is happening in the country. The papers are packed full. A lot is happening. We're preparing for Nigerian Week, and we'll be unfolding all in a very systematic way today. But perhaps it's a great day for Nigeria. We have a new national anthem. We just went through it. It would be wrong to bastardize it, Princess, because we just have a beautiful melody from our young man. So we will not be saying, why do we need a new national anthem? But perhaps we need
We don't need
something
it.
more
We don't
new.
need it, but it's already here. It has been passed into law, and so as patriotic Nigerians, we abide. Otherwise, I don't think that should be a priority for our leaders right now.
Anyway, for those of you just joining us, my name is Daddy Chris, and this is Princess Casey from London, and Mary. Really, the first time they told me of this Mary Val, I didn't understand the meaning. Mary Valentine, she's a lover girl. All right, Mary Val is all the way from Abuja. Just in case you get it wrong, she's Mary Val. When you write Mary, R-V-A-L, Val, Valentine. Missing our Valentine Day, the bonus. Lover girl. Anyway, it's all good. We're here this morning and it's Wake Up Nigeria. Guys, what is going on in the country? In this difficult time, here we have a national anthem, a new national anthem, and the president celebrating 1 year in office. And it so happened across the nation. There are other states, other people celebrating national 1 year in office. How are people feeling? Mary, tell us first. You are more on the ground today. There is a new national anthem, one, and President Tinubu just celebrated 1 year in office. The same thing is most of the state governors. I think the presidency, they've done well. They know they failed. Or maybe, but president said something else. He didn't think he had failed. He think he had done a great job. Now I want to know if you people think the president has done a great job. I want to hear from other Nigerians. And you that is out there, do you think the president has done a great job 1 year in office? Let me remind you, he started very well. Say, hey, no oil subsidy, that's good enough. We suffered oil subsidy. Now petrol is at a high rate, which is not necessarily bad. But how is the Nigerian economy? Hey, somebody boasted that the days of insecurities are over. Maybe we are more secure now than we used to be. Is that true? We
It's
want to
even
find
more
out.
funny. And it's even more funny here in Abuja. I think mostly around this central area, you see a lot of thank you for the renewed hope agenda. Thank you for being a supportive president. You understand? So everybody praising him. And during the 1 year, like that he has not been able to do anything meaningful. Others are also clapping for the fact that he has approved the Abuja. Actually, when it was commissioned, the minister said it was going to be like 2 months free ride. But yesterday, it actually extended it to 6 months. 6 months free ride here in Abuja. So, but they just said here in Abuja, and some people are kind of clapping for it, they're appreciating the effort. But a lot of people also frowning on a high price. They wouldn't have a need for this. The money they actually used in putting into this project, because a lot of
Maybe your network is breaking in and out. I think you need to go and
I'm
just
actually
restart it.
struggling to hear. I'm not comprehending anything she's saying
Yes.
because of the
Maybe,
network.
maybe you should restart your system because it is going off and on. And so we hear you and we don't hear you. I don't know. You are Meriva. Make it like a Valentine Day. All right. Let us get back to you shortly. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway, let me take it from Mary now. Let me
Yes.
stand in for her. I know that it has been a mixed reaction. It's not actually everybody in applauding the president. Of course, we should have people applauding him. we have people in their opinion, in their right thinking, that actually thought that the president did very well the first 1 year. And of course, we have other critics who believe that the president has not done very well as well. Even though the president, Tinubu, did say that he is actually walking the talk, he has not been dormant, he has been working seriously, and he has done quite a lot. A lot of people see it though that he has done very little. And 1 year in office, yesterday was 1 year in office, and it's a lot of critic also saw the new national item pass into law as a way of distracting the really important issues we have to discuss. National Assembly, I sent you that footage where from the National Assembly we saw a joint sitting from the House of Rep and of course the Senate, including the president himself, where they were actually, where they passed this new national item into law. And so Nigerians are frowning at it, not because it's not something that has to promote us, but because they feel like it's of less importance right now. And new whether the weddings of the national item will not in any way, restore the economy, will not in any way, restore the lives of people who are very down right now. And even though some of the lawmakers are of the opinion that singing it might just give the Nigerians much needed morale on daily basis, but how many people can sing the national anthem apart from students? And of course, if you watch that footage I sent to you, you will be shocked that even the lawmakers, they couldn't sing. They had to decide that they will have to back it up with a band or whatever. And
Yes.
of course, maybe you that the Chris that did use it during your high school, you cannot teach us. Otherwise, I have never heard of it. I
Uh,
did another one, and so maybe it will be advantage to elderly people who actually used it way back. But even though the lawmakers are saying that it's something that will add to our morale, what is morale to a man that has not eaten food? I don't understand that part. So our lawmakers sit down, you know. People are even calling on Labour to stop them, but I think Labour have more serious issues to deal with
exactly.
than
I
chasing
agree.
shadows, chasing shadows, trying to stop matured, reasonable leaders sitting in hundreds of numbers, to discuss national item, instead of serious issue. Look at Abuja. I even wanted to ask Mary, now there is no tomatoes, no fresh tomatoes anywhere. You can't buy it. And of course, there is no vegetables anywhere. The farmers are saying it's because of the fuel price, and of course the hike in fertilizer as well. And where do we go from here? These are common things Nigerians used to cook on daily basis, and now they are nowhere to be found. You can't see them in the market, and even if you see them, I'm hearing that the custard tomorrow bar is actually 10,000, and it will not be enough for you to cook, and even meat of 2,000 will be too much for that one. So how many family can cope up with this? So these are some of the issues we're looking at. I was thinking that our lawmakers, they will sit down, give a scorecard, criticize, analyze, applaud. Then we'll talk about the gain and, of course, the pain of the 1 year administration. A lot of people are saying, oh, 1 year is not enough to conclude. No, we're not saying we should conclude, but there must be something that have been done during this 1 year. And then we weigh them. This is what a right thinking people will do. Not sitting down at the Senate, clapping, applauding, singing like children. It's happening.
Yeah, I can feel your pain. I can see it in between the words. But yeah, well, like you said, it's a day where I lived through that time. So let me start by saying Nigeria, we hailed it. And that is the national anthem we knew. Now, I don't know why they changed it and why we're changing back, but the true question is this our challenge? Is this our priority for us to spend a day on that? Perhaps Agogobia, who said is a constructive critic, uh, we will see whether he will be able to throw light on all this issue. 1 year in office is a long time. 1 year in office is not today.
And then also we have the likes of the state governors. This act is so shameful as far as I'm concerned. We have the governors. I'm going to start from my state, of course. Talking about Delta State, a dear governor Sheriff Oborewori, throwing a lavish Thanksgiving, bringing musical artists to do what exactly? To celebrate 1 year anniversary. For what exactly? This
Yes.
is what I do not get. This is what I do not get. You will
Yes.
see well-meaning Nigerian actually sending congratulatory message as if he has won a trophy, as if he has done something that no one has done before. And then they're telling you they actually brought a scorecard yesterday, counting project he has done. I am from Ugeli. I live there, and of course, you're telling me there's a major project at Otowodo, which Otowodo, I basically pass through there every day to my mother's place where I did the funeral. So I drive past there on a daily basis. And then you're telling me there are major projects going on where that I cannot see, nobody can see. And then this man gathered people from far and near with a lot of Thanksgiving cake celebration, galore, wasting the resources in the name of celebrating 1 year. We saw that with also Cross River Governor. So what are these people trying to do? Is it that they don't have anything to do at 1 year in office, and the next thing you're throwing a very lavish party to celebrate what exactly? Infrastructure, road, reconstruction. That is the word, reconstruction, rehabilitation of road that have been done before. This is only in fact I'm very pained, sir.
Yes. Like I said, everybody might take a look at all this with us today, because it is a great day, perhaps a great sad day for Nigeria. I'm sorry to use that word as somebody that sit down here and try to project the image of the country. It is a sad day. And perhaps we Nigerians need to ask ourselves questions. I'm going to bring our lawyer in shortly. That is the governor of Delta State. For those of you that doesn't know, Oborewori, all he does is actually inspect roads, and they clap for themselves for constructing roads. These are, like Princess Riley said, already finished roads. So they pack a little bit of sand on it and they say, we finished it. And then they do another one and say, we finished it. I think they listed 58 projects he has done. At some
Yes,
point,
they did. Some actually repeated,
yes,
but they
we
did.
will go through that in the course of the show. But then maybe perhaps we're going to start with the president and then see what the president has done 1 year in office. Let's quickly roll it back. Mary, are you here with us? Let me see whether we can have Agoria on the show first. Agoria, your network, how come it was good and now it's not good? This is not nice. Anyway, once we get Agoria, we'll bring him up, because we want somebody who will look at this issue without any bias. But on that basis, Mary, is your network better? Why today now?
Because it was raining before. I think the rain just stopped. So maybe it's affecting the MTN network or anything.
Okay.
All
right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better, but your stuff is still waving. We're gonna have everybody back on the show right now, right here. But we're looking at President Tinubu 1 year in office. The man is looking at the paper. He's studious. I don't doubt Tinubu's intellectual capability. I don't doubt his corrupt ability as well, and I don't doubt his ability to maneuver. So this is a man we can say is three. One is an intellectual. Two, he knows how to maneuver. And three, he's corrupt. These are the three things I can say about the president. 1 year in office, that's not what matters. That is my opinion. 1 year in office, what has he done, Nigerians? Are you saying he has done well? My question is, what is the barometer? What do you use to measure a performance? We're going to take a look at the papers together, people. What do these people use? For those of you that sing praises, what are you using as the basis for saying the man has done 1 year very well? I can say that 1 year in office, he's been very corrupt. He has maneuvered, and he's a great politician. That's all I can say. Maybe you guys have seen the great work he has done. I would like to hear from people that just joined us on this show. One of the major achievements, of course, is the new national anthem. Is that what we say? No, I'm sure that is not it. Oh, we no more have oil subsidy. All right. Where is the money? Oh, we had food shortage in Nigeria. Food, we took put for mouth. The question is, where are we, President Tinubu? And in fact, like maybe it's me that is thinking like a stupid person. Let's take Tinubu out of this first. Let's talk as people. Let's talk honest out. It's painful. Well, I think people telling us that we cannot feed ourselves as a people. Now, Princess, you mentioned something that we don't have tomatoes in Nigeria. Tomatoes. That is a listing. In fact, only one farmer in UK can make a tomato that will feed the whole of Nigeria. And it will take anything. A green farm, a glass house, tomatoes farm will feed the country. Only one man in the state. Oh, I don't know what the network is. Well, I'm here, man. I'm here and I'm really ready this morning. My pain is this. What is the barometer? What are your scale? How do you measure a president? That he came to office, one would have expected that the money that we were paying as oil subsidy, which was affecting the nation, it will now be used to either create a refinery, or we don't have enough money, but Dangote have money to have a refinery. The federal government of Nigeria is not as rich as Dangote. Dangote is richer than Nigeria. Yet the president was able to go out and borrow that amount of money to construct road from Lagos to Calabar. Construction of road from Lagos to Calabar, something our children are going to pay. We couldn't do that to build a refinery, which would have given us money. Then we would refine fuel and sell to the rest of African countries, our neighbors. We couldn't do that. We only use it to construct road. You know what we call this? It's the height of stupidity, my people. And now, to change it all, we don't have food. Now we're going to look at the issue of security. So I want to know the barometer, sir, for which you guys used to judge President Tinubu 1 year in office. Listen, I'm not the type that sing praises, and Srtv won't. We do it for the nation, we do it for our children. This is unfair to the next generation. Our forefathers never treated us like this. I keep using my father as an instance. The man refused to sell his own property. He said this property is for his children, even when he needed the money to treat himself. That is a father. What kind of parents are we? That is where we'll be judged on. I hope we can have a go here on the show, but I'm really going to leave it to you, ladies. Tomatoes, something you used to cook every day. We couldn't feed ourselves. I do know, we cry again and again, only Niger State can feed the whole of Africa. Only Niger State can feed the whole of Africa. Not Nigeria, Africa. People in Niger State are going to bed hungry. In fact, their speaker is married 101. How many wives?
100 wives.
Now, Daddy Chris, we can see here, rightly here, that traders in major markets in the country have blamed insecurity, fuel subsidy removal, that's the hike in fuel price, and of course, the hike in fertilizer as well.
Are you reading from any of the papers, Princess?
Yes, that is Punch newspaper.
All right. Let's go.
And so that is one of the major story on the Punch today. Their headlines here I'm having here, and so it's quite disturbing that as cheap as tomatoes, as common as tomatoes is something we're not seeing, that Nigerians can no longer afford it. Household, they are now resorting to palm oil, rice, and all that. And even people that are supposed to be doing weddings and parties that are supposed to be making jollof rice or maybe fried rice, they won't be able to do that. And so I don't know how people are supposed to survive. And this is at the same time we are celebrating 1 year in office of our dear president. And that is why I said it's quite shameful that of all things we're supposed to be looking at, looking at critically, we are now singing like, we hear the Nigeria, people are hungry.
What is this Tompolo? This Tompolo is back.
Yes,
Tompolo is back.
Tompolo is actually everywhere today. Most of the papers, Tompolo is everywhere. You can see across all major papers today, he is congratulating the president. And this is another thing we need to look at, the fact that people just congratulate these leaders as if
No,
they
no,
have
that
done.
of Tompolo we understand. He's getting 4 billion for nothing. They say Tompolo gets 4 billion for security of the Niger Delta. I'm from the Niger Delta. What a shame, Nigeria. The same country that doesn't have food to eat, you paying somebody 4 billion for security. Tinubu, clap for yourself. And that is why he can pay for all the front covers of all the national dailies. Only God know how many looting is looting. If it's not a Buckley, if that guy doesn't do Buckley, then change my name. All right? Now, he's the one that is the first to come out every day and commend the president. And every time he pays, of course, Nigerian newspapers are hungry now. A genuine newspaper will not publish you. You will not do that in the UK. You can't pay. They will not say their conscience and put you on this on the front cover of our national papers. And I'm wondering, oh, Princess, what is happening to our journalists? Are we hungry? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? That we don't have news to write in the morning? It's Tompolo that we use to because the shameful thing is he gets 4 billion naira every month. Why not? He can afford to buy us or buy our conscience. The Bible said it all. Money answereth all things. Now you guys can be mad at me. I'm of that age. I lived through the first national anthem. I'm saying it again. So I'm not a young man. What are you talking about, man? Why is Tompolo on the national daily commending a president that has done nothing? Now, this is what we call the powerful administration of Tinubu. This is a litmus test. There is somebody who is doing nothing, who is a professional buck. Now, being paid 4 billion, now to commend the president for failing, for robbing us of that money, and that is what we have to read this morning. We just sang the national anthem. God bless you. What a generation we have. Princess, this is serious.
It is very serious. It is very serious. And I'm even more angry that people that are supposed to be the critics are not the ones celebrating. It's just like when we have you needed to see the numbers of elites in Delta State, for instance, that are congratulating
No,
the.
we'll come to that. You see, Princess, this is not so different. As I was going through the papers this morning, funny enough, this is the thing that these are the litmus tests. Look at the image of Uboriwori here. Let's see. Look at Uboriwori and his culprits. You look at them. This is the super deck which has disappointed us to the. In fact, the biggest failure of Delta State comes from the super deck. For those of you that didn't get the story, they need to understand this. That it was the time of Ibori, they fought the federal government and said, hey, we produce oil, we want something. The federal government in return created a small pot of money, which is 13% from every oil you generate from your state to go to the state for the development of the people of the area. So Delta State now have what we call the SOPADEC, getting 13% derivation from the federal government every month from oil sales. I'm talking some serious money, Princess. You see, we want to know. Now, a young man came to this show and asked the superintendent to give an account of how much they've gotten so far and how they spend the money. They were calling him names. They threatened his life, trying to do all kinds of things. Guess what? The first person to put his picture very upright, President Oboriwori, is the chairman of the superintendent, Chief Nani. I know Chief Nani very well. And we are dealing together in the past, so he knows me. Look at this man. So these are the kind of people we are now saying. Look, so there is Tompolo praising President Tinubu on one side, and we now have Joship Jonani praising Oboriwori. What a disaster!
The thing is, the fear is this. Why we're worried about the Nigerian state is that the people that are supposed to be the critics or the people that are supposed to say the truth are not the people applauding. Because the number of people sending these messages, congratulations on your 1 year you've achieved or you've done. These people will go and relax. I don't even know. We used to have a lot of critic experts. We're not saying that they've done nothing good or bad, but we're saying that there must be critics. And this will help them to sit up. This will help them to move forward, to know that, okay, there's still a lot that needs to be done. But
Yes.
just sitting down, applauding, sending messages upon messages, spending so much money. My point is, at this point in time, you can see that our Senate has not said anything. The lawmakers have never said anything about the 1 year in office. There is no news as talking about, okay, our president. You can see from one of the videos I sent to you, you see them shouting on Buhari, on Tinubu's mandate. We stand. That's the only thing they were saying.
In fact,
And so
Nigerians
you
will
know that
say,
even though you are standing on his mandate, it's fine.
eh,
But so far, what has it done? Are we
eh,
making progress? Some of these
you know, the
policies,
truth
the president did say
is
that,
they are so desperate
there's
to have a
always,
job.
yes, there's always hardship before pleasure and all that. But are we making progress?
Princess,
Look
these
at
are
this.
people looking for handouts. They have an appointment. Look at even the whole almighty, what's it called? What is your name now? FCT minister. He's one of the hoodlums. He said the Tinubu mandate is stand. He called Tinubu to come and commission something for him. That's to tell you, these are people that never love each other anyway. They'll still kill each other. Don't worry, Princess. They'll still start fighting. I'm not worried about that. I think where we should be worried about is the kind of leadership these guys are giving to us. It's a shame. Like you rightly said, there's nobody can say the truth right now. The question I ask people is it because we are all hungry? What is happening to Nigerians, the critics, so-called, the people who can actually open their mouth and say, President, this thing you are doing is wrong, so that you do it right, so that it will for the benefit of us all. It's not for the president alone. What are we doing to ourselves as a people? It's a big question that only that the Chris and Princess cannot answer. Let me see whether I can join the show now. I don't know what is with your network. Can you hear us, sir? Yeah, okay, your network, we can't hear us now. So I've done all the show. Yeah, your network is still not working. Okay, if you can set your sound and then we'll have you. It would be nice to have you. Because if we don't even talk about President Tinubu, we want to discuss Oboriwori with you. Because I think on a special day, I want to host Oboriwori 1 year in office. Because that one would have been very, very, very interesting. Okay, Princess, this is my concern. Maybe we should talk about this a little bit as we take a look at the president. Let's go back to President Tinubu. You know, this is President Tinubu here, 1 year in office. All right. Baba, you're looking at the book. I like that. Thank you, sir. The question I ask is, Tinubu has been collecting money from oil revenue for the past 1 year. What has Tinubu invested the money on that is going to feed Nigeria when he leaves office or next year so that we will not do the same thing again? All I have heard is borrowing money for useless projects and even the spending. These guys in power, just spending, they cannot spend constructively. The only reason we praise anybody that is in office in Nigeria is, oh, he has spent money, he has brought us good roads, he has brought us water, brought us electricity. You wish people don't have. You can keep looking at me being angry, but you don't have electricity, you don't have good water. These things are killing you people. You don't have hospital, no good hospitals. Your children can't go to good school. You send your child abroad. Are you proud as a Nigerian? Who are you? And this is a president you can't even feed. You can't move from your house to the other. You are insecure. You have the kind of massive fence on your gate. And here we are talking. We're talking, and you think the problem is somebody that gives you what do you call street light. You will see one of the achievements of Oboriwori. You're going to hear street light. I'm very sure that there must be a lot of street light made, and it's scary. And now, Princess, my concern is maybe we need to even understand what is good governance before we demand it. Maybe Nigerians need to understand what is good governance. Is good governance somebody that brings in roads? So how about the president that can say, okay, today we are hungry, we want to farm, and we will be able to sell this, even our produce, to the rest of Africa. The market is open for us, Princess. Now we have petrol.
Funny enough, you know that when these people try to, during their campaigns, a lot of they actually came with mandates. They actually came with a blueprint. These are some of the things they say they would do, like talking about reviving the economy. They talked about different area quarters, things affecting us as a people, wealth creation, and all that. And you will be shocked that the moment they go into office, the next thing we see is one construction of road, one infrastructure, or the other. And so I think that, and that's why I said that it's quite shameful that people that are supposed to be reminding them, these people are very close to them that can tell them the truth, and now the people are applauding them for doing, these things that we don't see as of any betterment to the economy or to the people. Because when you say you're constructing one road that has been constructed before, is you wasting money, because that road has been constructed before. And now we
Princess,
have a lot
princess,
of
can
financial
we?
issues, economy issue. Then
In
look
fact,
at
there's
this
something the
Calabar Coastal
president of
Highway now
Cameroon is
that the
there.
government just ventured into at a time that Nigeria is collapsing, the
Thank you.
economy has already collapsed.
No,
So
Princess,
I
this is
think
my
that it's a
question. If the
mistake
money
of
we use to
priority.
construct the Calabar, yes, Princess, this is my question. If the money we use to construct the Calabar Highway is used to create refineries and we are now selling fuel to the rest of African countries, how good and how pleasant? How much will Nigeria be making? Would that money come and construct road for us? How can
To,
you start with all you eat? In
to
fact, we
top
are
it
spending like
all,
as if we own
to
a
top
country.
it all, sir, they are trying to top it all. This road they are trying to construct that will not give us anything in return. They are going to borrow money. They are already calling on the Africa counterpart to come and help them to fund it. That means we're going to
No,
borrow.
that's why IMF is telling us how our currency should be. IMF will tell us the exchange rate we should be using our money. IMF will tell us if Naira is not divided to this, you will not be getting this. Now, the question I asked President Tinubu, if you could borrow money for that coastal highway, you couldn't borrow money to give to the state to go into farming. You'll be wicked man. You are the most wicked. In fact, these guys, this is no joke. You are destroying people's generation, people's future. Is it a pride to see our children try any Nigerian today want to run out of the country? There's no Nigerians who will not be happy to fly with the slightest chances out of the country, except those of you who are stealing, of course. Talk to me. If your partner be thief, you will not you. If for those of you are here, na thief, na your party thief, 90 cents you come abroad. How can you people do this to other people? And the bottom line is, you that is abroad today, is other people's destiny that is robbed. That is why you're here. Because the money your father used to send you abroad would have been used to save a lot of good education in Nigeria. A lot of people will be going to good healthcare now because they put it only on you. Clap for yourself. And that is the kind of destiny we have. It's risky. Mary, are you back? And let's see where we can hear your voice a little bit now.
Okay,
Agobia,
yes,
I will try Agobia again, see whether Agobia can join us well. Hello, Agobia, can you hear us now? Good morning.
You need to increase the volume of your device. We can't hear you from here, so you need to increase it so we can hear you.
There's no sound at all. If
There
it
is
is
no
on,
sound. I not like it's I don't think it's from StreamYard, it's from your
it's from
system.
the system,
Yes.
yes. Mary,
but can
let's say
you
let's examine the tomatoes first. Market women go to farm and they go to market. They don't have food. Maybe there's no food. What is going on? And there's your president celebrating. No, no, they celebrate the president. Eh?
story that the tomatoes were infected, one insect infected the tomatoes at the farm, and that is why they are trying to work on it. As a
Oh,
result of insecurity, they couldn't farm a lot of tomato this period, and that is why it's that expensive. So it's even one story as
okay.
regards
Now, maybe,
No,
maybe
no, Mary,
you're
it's
up
not.
and on
Yes,
again.
I think their briefing or statement is actually unanimous from the farmers. Is the same thing they're saying. They are tying it to insecurity, hike in fuel price, and of course, fertilizer. And the thing is this about insecurity. For instance, you plant a fruit or something. Now, the time they are supposed to go to the farm to check and to clear and all that, because of fear of uh,
Bandits.
insecurity, kidnappings, and all that, they don't check on them on time. So their own is just to plant. They only go once in a while and then they harvest, and that's where we have insect, the insect issue and all that thing. And so it's about the major thing we're looking at. It's the insecurity, the fuel in the hike in fuel price, because I have a major dealer in Abuja, Abdullahi, that actually sells, is a major dealer. Like every 10 a.m. in the morning, every single day, 7 days a week, you see him coming with the full bus of tomatoes from the neighboring states, and then he sells to other retailers around. And so I've called him, I tried to chat with him, and from what we're still getting on the news is the same thing. And now it's very you say what,
Tomatoes.
Mary?
That one you see, like maybe they can even give you like 4 seed for 200. Like, is that
Maybe
pepper?
this your network. Oh, you need to restart the system, restart your system. Hopefully, we'll get a better sound. Or
I
maybe
think
this
you
is
should
purely
restart the internet device, not the system.
exactly yes. Maybe restart your internet, see whether it will run better. Thank you very much, Mary. All right. So, Princess, it's a serious issue. No, now this is why what I cannot comprehend. This is why I'm confused. This the government. Okay, there is Delta State government. There is President Tinubu saying there's no money. Okay, but they could borrow money to go and construct roads, which they're going to use to make a lot of money anyway. They tell the minister, the project is how much? 20 billion. Okay, make it 100 billion. So we get the rest. Otherwise, how can I don't even mind, no, but you can do the same thing for farming. Why can't you take loan today and say to every state, you are getting 5 billion naira this month. You are going into farming. I don't care how you do it. In another 1 year, I want my money back, and I want to see the impact of that farming. There will be results. Prince said they could not borrow money. Here they borrow these trillions to go and construct roads. And that is the thing that is even scaring me. And you call these people leaders. No, these are not leaders. They are people in power. Fela called them vagabond in power. Unfortunately, they've not been able to prove Fela wrong. All this years till now. And like I said, President Tinubu is good at maneuvering. Thank you very much, sir. You're a good politician. I'll give you credit for that. You're an intellectual. But sir, you're also corrupt. These three things or four things doesn't work well. Not in today Nigeria. It's a challenging time. We are hungry. Let's see whether we can get Agoya. It'd be nice to hear another voice. I wanted to hear Agoya's voice. Yes, Agoya, on it now. We can hear you now. Hello.
Hello,
Can you hear us, Agoya? Yeah, good.
can you hear me?
Better now.
We can.
Hear me now?
Yes. Let's.
Hello.
Yeah, we can
Can you
hear
hear
you
me?
now. Can you hear us? Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. So thank you for having me on this show.
Wonderful. Thank you for your patience and the whole technical things up and down. Let's go straight to the business. President Tinubu is 1 year in office. They are celebrating. What is his achievement that makes Nigeria to be celebrating 1 year of successful governance? Do you know of the achievement? What are they?
All right. Thank you very much. So this government was based on a new hope. To my understanding, a new hope is kind of building on successive governments. What the previous government have done, they are trying to come back and build on it. But in our case now, there's nothing Buhari did that Tinubu is coming here to build for us. Rather, is when he was being sworn in on the 29th of May 2023, it came up that he shall invest more in our security personnel. Subsidy is gone. We shall create millions of jobs. We shall promote domestic manufacturing, currency swap policy, and all of that. We shall consult dialogue with Nigerians. So I believe all this year that have passed, all of these things did happen. I really say that the government have failed us in this year, because when you try to come up with a campaign strategy, you try to fulfill them. If you fulfill them, like if you try to like do some in the first year in office, people will now have hope for you that this guy is trying, things will get better. But what you get from the Tinubu government is complain about complain or complain. So that is it. So
Right.
hello sir.
First
I'm
and
with you.
foremost, Mr. Buche, we need you to go sit somewhere, put your phone somewhere.
Yeah,
You were
exactly.
waving.
We're not stable. We need
You
your
are not
contribution.
stable, and that is not a good thing. So, first of all, take your phone and hang it somewhere. And you are under the tree, so the breeze is actually obstructing the sound as well. Like I told you earlier, you need to stay somewhere calm and drop the phone. You sit back just the way we are now, so we get to communicate very well, sir.
Okay, I'm very sorry about that. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
currently at
no, we
work.
need,
That's why.
your
That's why.
contribution is amazing. I wanted
Yeah.
to ask you about the Delta State government because they said, like you rightly said, Tinubu said it's a renew hope, and Oboriwori is talking of more agenda, more, and more for
Yeah.
COA. Like you rightly said, have we seen more for COA? Maybe yes, we should see more for COA. COA to COA did for state road with our money. In fact, that is one of the most wasteful states in the country. We earn more money from the federal government. We have nothing to show for it. We earn the highest from the federal government. Nothing to show. What we saw today is this. Maybe it's me that is paranoid. Maybe our young man have more to tell us. Only this your network, this your sound there is killing me. But let's just take this quickly from you before we move.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Well,
Yes.
when this current government in Delta State came up,
The issue is this, we cannot hear you because the
Yes.
sound, the breeze where you are is too much.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
you need to
horrible.
leave.
It's horrible.
The breeze
Like
there is too much.
yes, I think you can hear us. We will not. We will bring you back. Just try and get to a stable place. We really need you to on this show because I think you have a lot to tell us this morning. Please try and get a place, and we'll have you right back. Thank you so much. And well, people, this is the discussion of today. Tinubu is 1 year in office. How has he done? Many people are clapping for him. We are saying it's okay. Maybe he's really doing well. The question I ask is, what is the measure? What are the things they use to measure it? As far as I know, the young man just said just now that he talks about wealth creation. Have you guys seen that? Have you seen Tinubu really secured our life better? Security is not even, it's the primary aim of government, so it's not a priority. In fact, when they tell me, oh, my government provides security, I say, that's your job anyway. You understand? It's like me as a father at home. I won't let anything hurt my kids. That does not deprive me from making sure there's food on the table. These are two different things as a parent. Parents protect the children, yes. So it's my job. The primary aim of government is to protect lives and property. Like the primary of parents is to keep children safe from harm. But our number one job is to put food on the table. See, that is the thing. Maybe they taught them differently. Nigerian government, their DNA is different. We judge government here based on the economy. Are we doing that, people? Go, oh, this one construct road. That is your yardstick for judging the government. Construction of road, providing of amenities. Is that what you use to judge government? No, the primary job of government is to work on how food can be on the table. That's why we're talking about economy. What has Tinubu done in the economy to help Nigerian economy to date? That is what I want to hear. Maybe those of you who are experts in this will come on this show. You might be able to make a comment even now and after the show. So be it. But I'm really confused. My pain, like I still keep saying, Princess, my pain is this. If Oboriwori, I'm not looking at all the government now. If Oboriwori could spend 70 billion, how much did he say, to construct a flyover? 70 billion, flyover in Wari. And I wonder, wow, well done, sir. Who needs flyover? In the people in that area, if you create farms or you create jobs in that place, they will be constructing their own flyovers. Roads will be, you'll be surprised. You know what the president of Zenbank, the owner said, the CEO? He said at a point in time, we'll begin to construct our own infrastructure. They were providing their own electricity. They were constructing their roads on their own banks. because they know they are making money. They will begin to, you see, those are the ones that are lasting, not the government that constructed those ones. When companies begin to grow, things begin to happen. If I have a school that is making me money, I'll construct road to my school. If I have a big farm, one of my work will be to get road to my farm. If the government cannot even do that, the question is, what has the government? So the construct road finish, you go and sleep. Now, what are you doing with the roads? It's not as if the road is not going to bring money. That's what I asked the federal government. What reasonable government will spend that amount of money to construct Lagos Calabar Road? They couldn't spend the money.
The problem is that they are not even trying to invest in things that will bring return. You know, there's one thing about investing, there's another thing about returns. It's not about, you know, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful mansion. I want to own it. It will befit us. But what will that mansion do for you in return?
Thank you. Now, for instance, you've asked the question of the day. That's what I said. You see, all I do, Nigerians, please help me, help me. When you judge your leaders, the first thing you ask is, what has he done? I asked you, Okowa, I said you will thank me. I asked you in your 8 years in office, what have you put in place in Delta State that is giving Delta State money? God will punish you. You cannot take all that money in the state and spend it lavishly, and you come back today, you said you are a governor of a state. Now, wickedness, you are a wicked man. The same thing I asked, that one they call Doan. Shame not let her even talk when they leave office. They literally who to Doan out of office because he could not do anything. So if you see the money that has come to Delta State from Ibori to Boriwori 1 year, the money is enough to change our lives. We'll be like people in Dubai now. If the money is invested, not the roads, it's even after 2 years, the road will be bad again. After 1 year, the road is bad. So then you borrow money to put, in fact, Okowa borrowed 16 billion to construct a secretariat. 16 billion to build a place. 16 billion. That not be evil. It's not 16 billion to invest in agriculture that will bring us more money. What is wrong with us in Nigeria? What is wrong today if this Tinubu government said, okay, the money we're no more going to give to these people as a oil subsidy, we'll take part of it, we'll borrow some, we'll create refineries, and we'll make sure we begin to sell oil to neighboring African countries. Princess, do you know where our economy will be now? We have enough food in the country, we'll be selling. How good would that be so bad? The last time, the stupid your vice president came out and said, oh, people are sabotaging Nigeria. You know how they sabotage Nigeria, Princess? According to them, they said the food that Nigerians didn't have to eat, they are selling it to neighboring countries. That the food we don't have to eat, they are selling. The question I ask is, if we have market for food in our neighboring countries, why are we not farming so that we can sell to them and make money? Yet, that is not somebody that is doing his own farm and sell his food outside. You said is sabotaging the country. You are the saboteur.
And you see that even states like Kogi, Taraba, and the Niger that has the vast majority of land, they will still come and tell you that they are investing on infrastructure. It's the same thing we hear. Instead of utilizing the land.
The Niger State is the interesting one. You understand? If for Boriwori as mayor, in fact, these are the Delta State, we are a bunch of fools. So we have oil, gas, flame, wasting on a daily basis. Boriwori could not think about that. Say, okay, if we convert this gas into something else, we'll make money. For the state.
Anyway, Daddy Chris, we have Obruche here now, so I want. Can you unmute your sound, sir? And then we maybe take you to the States. There is a story here from the Vanguard that says, "First anniversary. I have kept faith with my promises," and now that is coming from Oburewori Sheriff, the Delta State governor. Now, what's your take on that, Obruche?
So, this government, the government in that state right now was a government that is imposed on debtors. I in person does not actually expect much from Sheriff Oborewori, because Okowa is Okowa tried to impose him on us to make sure his agenda of third tenure is fulfilled. So I'm very sad to be seeing my young people, the young ones, celebrating a failed governor or failed leaders in the name of mediocrity. What you stand to get is what you start to eat. You celebrating because what somebody have to give you and living the lives of millions of Nigerians at stake. That's the sin. So Okowa Sheriff appointed 500 media men to be defending him of the rubbish he's doing in Delta State, going around snapping road, patching road, doing all sorts of rubbish, and he thinks that we are fools. We are not. If not, we are the most educated people in Nigeria from Delta State, and we have bunch of talent, bunch of from every aspect of life. But look at the way our government is treating us. Today, I'm a geologist today. I cannot lay my hand on a meaningful job in my state. Okowa came and he said, I'm a road master, I'm a road master. During his 8 years, there was no road that was tied to my village. Do you expect to be happy with such a government? No. So what I want our youth to be doing is, when somebody is doing bad, please tell the person. If you tell the person that, please, what you are doing is bad, there's every tendency that if the person have a stone heart, it might change now or the nearest future. So what I'm saying in essence is, government is trying to do the right thing. Production is what boosts economy, not roads. Road that we do in 4 years, 3 years.
Hello.
Yes,
Now that you mentioned Delta State, let us watch this video together. We'll be right back. Just 1 minute, so we see what makes Delta State Delta State. Let's see this because this is really disheartening. Let us watch all this together. 1 year in office.
You see am now, where our governor dey say more agenda, you think say na joke?
Indeed, na more for all deltas.
Yes.
I even hear recently say our governor sheriff don go inspect the Orere bridge for Ogilisad local government area.
Oh, that's good though. You know say Governor Sheriff don talk about the government.
Hello, of course now we dey very happy for the university when our governor Sheriff dey build for all deltas for Ororogbe local government area.
You dey hear that? Chai! Our governor Sheriff na this month of May 29th na him go complete 1 year for office.
Yes.
And he don already dey commission projects. For example, the Enwe Road for Isoko South, he don commission am.
Yes, I'm aware. Even the 5-story High Court complex don dey ready for commissioning to also mark in 1 year in office anniversary.
Sheriff is working, and according to the Commissioner for Information, Dr. Ifeanyi Oswaza, he say Sheriff don promise say every local government area of Delta State will experience the more agenda.
Wonderful.
I mean, meaningful development.
Yes. No doubt it don already dey happen, because before the Emefo Orogun road, motor sef no fit dey pass am, but now e be like London road. And make I tell you, our governor Sheriff don already line up numerous projects for inauguration to mark in 1 year anniversary in office.
Hey, Governor Sheriff!
I love Governor Sheriff because he goes for the best. Take for example the ongoing flyover project in Warri. Man, imagine now Julius Berger handling it.
I love the way Governor Sheriff is governing. He's making sure all projects are completed.
More agenda. Governor Sheriff came prepared to govern with excellence.
Brought to you by Delta State Ministry of Information.
Who will hold this man accountable for this stupidness? Who will hold that guy accountable? You understand? We need to hold that guy accountable for this mess. You see, you can only watch it alone, Princess. You can tell that. Look at the level of campaign.
This is actually very laughable.
But
the fact that, like Obuche said, some of the youths, we are very gullible people.
We're not gullible. We're hungry. I forgive them.
The fact that we're being carried along in this show of shame is something I do not understand. I do not. This is not the opinion of Srtv. This is my personal opinion. I'm from Delta State, and of course, the Ugele. If you look at the list of the project, they say he has accomplished in 1 year. They are 50 something, and on that list, you see that the Otohodo, for instance, where I'm from, where I drive past on a daily basis, it's that particular place was repeated on the list, and I've not seen any project in that particular place. I just came from Nigeria to London, so it's not safe. uh, I'm lying. And so when they begin to say in Warri, for instance, now you're saying in Warri or Efru, you mention Japa Road, you mention Warri Saple Road, you mention PTI Junction, you mention Uti Road. So why not just say projects in Efru, for instance? Now you are not counting from one small street, from one small lane, Crescent Avenue to another. Is this supposed to be what
Princess,
Sheriff will be
Princess,
celebrating?
Princess, let me ask you one question. In order to Boriwori counted, I beg, please review that paper for us. How many of this project will bring money to Delta State if the man is dead today?
I don't know.
You see? So so our government is only no wait. What makes you a governor of Boriwori is to collect federal government allocation and spend it, and you clap for yourself. Allah, we get problem. You see, perhaps when I ring this bell enough, it will come to stay. You understand? And we need to ring this bell enough so that it will come to stay. How can a governor, his only job is to go and collect federal government allocation? Okay, kidnap the ones going to local government, kidnap the ones going to the kings, going to the ones going to our House of Assembly, put the money in his pocket, the super deck money, add journal. You see, as body what in face when it's scattered before, see the guy face all the smooth. In why don't they push too? You understand? We're not saying they could not push, but you don't even know. The truth is, body don't even know what to do. How can you give what you don't have? The question is, do you form a cabinet? What kind of cabinet do you have, Oboriwori? Because Princess, this is my problem. If I'm in that cabinet, they're going to have problem with me because you know what's going to happen? I'm going to insist on project that will bring money to Delta State.
So that's I think they're avoiding what actually happened to Iningi at the federal level. That is what we all saw clearly and clearly.
They will fire me.
What happened to him? Trying to
but
go
when
against
I'm coming to the cabinet, they'll be worried that the crisis is coming because they know they're going to have war. In fact, honest, as a governor, you cannot. See, this is the thing, my people. We all going to die. How many years do we have on earth? God has done it so well. You know what I thank God for, Princess? Two things. I woke up this morning, I was thanking God for two things. Two things God did for us. One, he made sure our stomach cannot take so much food at a time. If people like them, Ibori, like this man, Tinubu, therefore pack, eat food, the place where they for keep the food there in the next 300 years. If for their body, so they're not go hungry again. But it's not so. You eat small, you will go shit. You understand? You don't have privilege to do that. And number two, God made sure say we will die. So all the nonsense you're doing now, you will die and you'll be history. Nobody will remember you. So that is the only way God was able to take control of this world. If not, men would have taken control. People like these guys, look at them, they already praise them like God. Oboriwori of yesterday, that man, sorry, I don't have respect for you. If but you can come out and disgrace us like this.
Every government, that's what you should know. Everybody cannot criticize them. They must be
them. Mary, I agree. I'm not saying everybody should criticize them. But in fact, the question is, what are the instruments, what are the yardstick for saying they have done well? I'm not against it. I love all the things they've done.
There's something. There's a course, Mary. If you remember, as a mass communication student, there's a course we were taught in school. I can't remember. It's been long I went to school though, but like I think something about critics. Being as a journalist, you being a critic. So when you see, especially when it comes to a very topical issues, you should be a critic to them. Not because you want to just play that on this person, but because we believe that is where they sit up. That is the only way they sit up. Now, imagine the number of people applauding my state governor. This only will make the man to relax. Oh, I've done so much. Look at the applaud. Look at the messages. Look at people are even giving him gifts. Say congratulations.
For the poverty.
Yes, people are sending gifts.
Of course, now look at it. Wait. Do you know the kind of gift Topolo will give to President Tinubu?
Look at the president. People are actually applauding. giving gifts.
Princess, I wish
Mary,
I
a lot of people are not eating
I
today. Are you aware?
Princess, I wish you were in Abuja. You will see a lot of billboards, like a lot of praises on the president. Some people say Mr. Project, well,
It's the same thing we're saying, Mary. We are not saying that people should not congratulate them.
Start fixing a street light area. Okay,
that means in the next 1 year, in the next 4 years or 3 years, people will actually come and lie down on the floor for them to, mash them and pass
Princess,
because
that
they've
is
done
coming.
very
It's
well.
already happening.
He approved free metro rail in Abuja. I hope you know about that. Actually, the minister actually said it's going.
It's not just about that alone, Mary. We're talking about economy. We're talking about economy, Mary. I think if every Nigerian in Abuja is every Abuja resident is well to do, I don't think nobody will want to have time to go to that metro train or whatever. People will go on their way, book Uber,
their mind,
and go
their way.
This thing
is not giving it help. They think.
Let's even start from the basic one, Mary. People are hungry. People have not eaten today. They cannot lay their hands on food. Let's start from there.
It's on a high price. You can switch to vegetable because tomato is cost. Then you can switch to vegetable because vegetable is also on the high side. You cannot even buy pork lip in the market.
This very fair today.
There is no
young ladies, you see what I'm saying, eh? Mary, let me explain something to you. In London here, if they will construct a particular road, there's a road now we call the Dartford Crossing. It was very expensive. If you drive past it, £5. If you drive past £5, they're raising the money back. In London here, that's for driving only that bridge, not the whole London, only that bridge. If I drive into the city of London today, it's £15 I'll pay for congestion charge. All right? These are measures. Government used to get money. These are not even the strategic one. Let me tell you the most interesting thing. Transport for London. Transport for London, which can work in Abuja, which can work in Lagos. Lagos is trying. Transport for London alone provide how many jobs? And it's making so much money, my daughter. So it is not the government bringing new money into transport for London, but the money transport for London is making is what we are using to repair and do the work. Do you understand what I'm saying? We will not be able to sustain any project if we don't make money. If we like, make we declare for ourselves, we're going to continue. Failure remain a self-fulfilling prophecy if we just eat and eat and eat and eat. A wise government will say, okay, I want to do transport for Abuja. These things are they'll be bringing money. So in another 5 years, we'll be collecting how much we'll be collecting. This money is enough to bring money back. I ask one thing, Princess. Let's make it simple. If I become president today, all aspects of the economy will work. Why? This is what I'll do. Housing. We will start constructing houses. If private people can construct house and sell, me government not construct house sell. They worry me. I will build houses and I begin to sell to my staff first. And I'll be collecting the money from their salary to construct new houses. So as you are working, part of your money that you are staying for free now. So I'm not looking for tenants. That money will be going straight into more housing. How can you get it wrong? If I do transportation, I'll give you your travel card. Whether you use it or not, at the end of the month, this is how much we charge you for your travel card. So you can travel in London, in Abuja for free. Go to anywhere you like. You are a government staff, but this is amount to pay, maybe 2,000 naira, 10,000 naira. I collect it from everybody. It will become bulk money. It's enough for me to do another project. But the problem I have is your government is not making penny. From the state to the local government, they don't make money. The federal government is only making money from oil. How can such a government survive?
That is the problem.
So, and this is the problem we have. Two people come to office, but I feel. See, Tony Montana said, "I kill a communist for fun, for a green card. In fact, I go do certain things. Why? You know what is so annoying? It's so painful. I don't know what's wrong with our network. I'm sure my thing is crawling. I can see myself crawling, and
I
so
can hear
I
you. Your voice is clear.
I
okay.
can hear you
What
very
what
well, sir.
what is scary here is how can Tinubu came to office now. The only money Tinubu is spending is money from oil. My chief people, Nigerians, if you know how much we can make from coal, charcoal, you'll be surprised. This whole TV, this whole phone you have, they are all made from charcoal. This back, your television, most of them. We have platinum. We have the highest deposit of platinum. In fact, other than South Africa, I think it's Nigeria. Go and check how many gold we have reserved. If the Tinubu want to make money, he'll be looking at this one, saying nothing do other thing. Instead, all Tinubu has done is to construct road from Lagos to Calabar, and your guys are clap for him. You know, better for those of now. Because you are robbing our children. And I'm here standing for the next generation. And I say it with all respect. I'm angry. This is unacceptable. And you know what, Mary? Nobody will see what I'm seeing now because they don't even know. We've already understand that government is ready to bring road and to bring water. Because if you know what, I call that one toffee ideology. Yesterday, we were somewhere 2 days ago. My friend gave me this bitter thing from South Africa. You know, so I say if I drink them, I go feel them. I didn't drink them, and I put it. In fact, my eye clear. So and I also toilet I go. But you know what? That thing was clearing my system, but it was very bitter. I'm feeling better now. If I eat sugar, if I swallow sugar like that, I'm no here for day. So it's not every sweet things that will give you a good result. If you eat too much sugar, not death be that. So what Nigerians want is sugar. That's what your leader is giving to you. Oh, we need roads. Oh, we need electricity. You know one pay. You know what if that one be? That one called sugar. In a key person. We need bitter leaf. What do you call that thing now, princess, that come from South Africa?
Daddy Chris, are you trying to say even when Nigerians are being beat so much, we've seen the electricity tariff hike over the years, and somehow we still pay for it. We do not complain, even though people maybe in Delta State, okay, in Abuja I have a meter, but in Delta State, where people are being charged on estimated billing, they do not complain. They pay still because even if they see the light just 3 hours a day, they feel it's something for them. And so I don't think it's about Nigerians not even
No, no,
willing to
princess, it's
pay
about the
or
child
trying
being
to
beaten
push
up.
sugar.
The thing is, princess, I swear, if the community, if your village come together and say no to this NEPA, if we speak with one voice, if I thought we have a traditional ruler, is it not what I'm saying? When I talk about leadership, if we say no with one voice, then we do it. Oh, I swear, we can close any authority from operating in our community if we come out and say no. Even governor go dey fear to come. Ask any governor before he enter any place, he go ask what is the security situation. If the local people can decide to say no to that bill, and it will change today. Because no NEPA will enter that village if they don't behave. No NEPA official or what do you call them will enter my village if they don't behave. We will cooperate with the authority, but if you begin to rob us, we will say no to it. Perhaps that's why we needed the traditional ruler. The
Anyway,
network.
anyway, we saw that a lot of traditional rulers are also in the line of these, sending messages congratulating either the president or the governors for a job well done. You could even see Oborewori's Thanksgiving. We saw over 20 traditional rulers, both the prestigious ones and the high chiefs. We saw
Princess, what
them.
do you expect?
They
What do you
all
expect?
lined up, they all went to Asaba. So, sir, we cannot even rely on our traditional rulers right now because we don't know who they are. We can even see the tussle that is still going on in Kanu. This shows that our traditional rulers are no people we can actually rely on 100%. There are some of the news I want us to take because of time. We could go on and on sheriff and governors and the president's 100 days, but this is something we need a show for with different analysts. We have critics, we have people from the president side and opposition to speak on it, and of course to weigh to throw their weight on this. Let's move on to. I want us to take Vanguard because I'm in love with Vanguard today because it's one of the paper that did not even bring Tom Polo everywhere. So since we have so much news from here, I want us to go with Vanguard first before any other paper.
Okay.
Okay, and the big story on the Vanguard says 1 year in office, my government walking the talk, coming from Tinubu, and that story is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. And you will have a story at the top left that says Biafra Day, Mba, please move against it at home, and that story is on page 11 of the Vanguard newspaper. 15 new high capacity ferries. I will boost Lagos economy. This is coming from Sawolu. And that story is on page 15 of the Vanguard newspaper. Edoguba. Um, Government APC war over attack at voters registration center. And that story is on page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper. New export policy underway as NPA orders new requirements for exporters. And that story is on page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. And on the big story, the writer says, feds Nigerians for 25 years of unbroken democracy, says we must build a nation for generations unborn. Flags are recitation of new national anthem, Nigeria will hail thee, to forward 2024 supplementary appropriation bill soon. NAS expecting your appropriation bill, Akpabio tells Tinubu. And other stories on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Here we have another story that says Emir Shiptosu, NBA films as CNG, summons FHC, Kanu CGs over conflicting orders. And that story is on page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper. Okay, I think this one has been taken already. And from the sports deck on the Vanguard, we have Super Eagles in race against time to learn new old anthem. And that's on page 31 of the Vanguard newspaper. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Vanguard.
And I think this is quite interesting, Mary, that of all the things we have to discuss, thank God, thank you, Vanguard. You know, you're becoming the number one. You know, I said it before. If you keep on, you're going to be the leader of the reggae band. I was in love with Guardian, but now you're changing Guardian.
No, Guardian is trying too, Daddy Chris. Guardian is trying.
But what are they doing now? Are they following Tom Polo's money? Anyway, the good thing is, whether President Tinubu is walking the talk, I think the problem is the power tussle in Kano State is an interesting thing for us. Yeah, you know, right here at SRTV. Kano is a close state to us. We're a friend of. Kano is a friendly state to SRTV. It's one of our states, and it's disturbing to see the Emir tussle still on. And now, Princess, I learned that the federal court has said something.
Yes, the Chief Justice of Nigeria has actually ordered all the chief judge in the states in Kano summoned to Abuja over conflicting orders. That is the word conflicting, because we've seen that one is on the side of MS Sanusi and the other is on the side of Eme Ado Bayero. And so these are conflicting orders and judgment that can only cause more chaos in the state. I do not understand the law. I'm not a lawyer, but maybe that is why we should look for a lawyer to be on the show tomorrow and tell us the implication of a court saying one thing, another court saying another thing. So which one should be upheld in these judgments?
Normally, you see that when it comes to things like this, we talk about jurisdiction. All right. The question is, you cannot. This is the fear. The state might say, "Hey, it is within our jurisdiction to pass a judgment," but a federal court might overrule the state. This is the power tussle here. So the question of jurisdiction now is where it is. This is a matter for the high court in the state to handle. But hey, there's the federal court saying, "Hey,
but funny enough, where does the customary court stand in all this? Since this is custom, this is tradition.
You know, the truth is, the matter goes beyond customary because this is now political.
Okay.
If you allow a customary court to judge this, they will be judging it according to the custom of the people. Like you rightly said, this would have been the right place to judge this case. So we judge it according to the custom of the people. But that's not the case. It's governor making decisions for us here. So that's why it is political. It is now beyond the customary. It's now in the interest of the not even the state and the federal government is now in it. It's a serious issue. Very serious. You understand? Like Peter already said, one would have expected that this is a matter that concerns the people. Why don't we allow the custom and tradition of the people to prevail? That cannot prevail here because the governor should not even be interfering into this. But they've done so. Here we are, Nigeria. A new order. This is the new us. May God help us. And that's a good one. We pray that that situation in Kano come to a peaceful end. We're really praying for that. Well, we already said it before. President Tinubu 1 year he's walking his talk. May God help us. I'm sure he's walking his talk. We know anyway. Most of us were not expecting so much from you, sir.
President Tinubu does not care to listen whether people are praising his regime or not. They are praising themselves.
Mary, do not say that. Or some of these. That is why we have the media. That is why we have analysts. That is why the media comes out on daily basis to speak. And sometimes this gets to them. You never can tell, And that's why sometimes we do a broadcast. I see people calling me from my state, from everywhere. Why would you people say such a thing? That is not the truth. Do you get? Because they see, they listen. Princess, and so you never can tell, in as much as they have people applauding them, they sometimes see the truth and will continue saying it.
Princess, if you don't know what we said here on this show, Fubara did it. When we said Fubara should fight back, you understand? Are you surprised that Fubara start fighting back? There are things, because sometimes we are not here to propose solution to crisis, you understand? But sometimes we say, now the whole country. If all of us go the same way, perhaps we're going to fall in one pit. There's need to weigh it. We say here, as you guys are praising him, we only ask you question. What are the yardstick? How do you use to judge the man that you said he has done well? And when I listen to your IQ, then I find out that we are in trouble. Princess, can we go on a quick break to allow people about the event that's coming up, which is Nigerian Week 2024? It's really fast approaching. And we are working 24 hours towards it. We're going to play a quick promo on that, and then we'll come back. Don't go away. It is the Nigerian Week 2024. Guess what? A lot is happening. A lot is happening. I cannot even say it on this show, but I wish I give a day to actually talk about Nigerian Week 2024. So don't go away. Enjoy this with us.
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5. OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
All right, welcome back, people. Welcome back. Still Wake Up Nigeria. Taking a review at the Nigerian newspaper. We said it all this morning. My girls are here, they're ready, and they are able. Yes, it's 1 year in office. It's going to be a debate. It's not a one-day discussion. Because if we take our time, we may take a look at what the people have done in terms of security. We want to take a look at what they have done in terms of feeding the nation. We want to see in terms of infrastructure. We're going to observe that all through. Maybe that is the only way. Now, there are no money in office. We have 1 year. We have something to refer to. They're not like before, I just come. No, they are here now. We've got a litmus test.
I'm always feeling bad about this whole stuff because when the president, Bola Tinubu emerged the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Like, I don't know, but I felt like, okay, since he has ruled Lagos before, and they were saying he's rich, he doesn't need our money and all of that. So I felt like the expectations we had of him was too much. We were expecting that a lot of changes would be made. I was thinking that as regards security, honestly, it's going to scrap out insecurity in the country. As regards the hike in the price of food, like I was
I
thinking,
disagree, Mary. I disagree totally. I disagree. Your opinion, but I disagree. You know why?
why?
Tinubu has never been an ex-soldier, ex-military person for you to think that once they come, it will curb the security issues we're having. We a
But
lot
they
of people had
expected
that
a lot. They
expectation
expected a lot from him, right?
during the ex-president Buhari because he was an ex-general. And so when during Jonathan, when we started seeing when this Boko Haram thing emerged, people felt Jonathan was too lenient. Jonathan is not does not have the power, to whatever it takes,
Yeah, the
to
military
actually
background.
cut this. And then I know that because during his campaign, I mean the ex-president Buhari, I was opportune to be at some of his campaign as a journalist to cover the event. And I know one of the major mantra, one of the major key he held that people actually wanted him to just go and resolve was the insecurity issues. Because he kept saying, as an ex-general, he already knows the tactics to use and all that. And then, because then we were not very used to insecurity, killings and kidnappings, bombing and all that. So we just thought, okay, maybe this is the safe place we've been looking for. Maybe as the ex military personnel, he's going to cut this for us. He's going to handle this. And we even saw worse more than what we saw during Jonathan's time. And so it's not basically about Tinubu coming to say Tinubu fine. If you say the economy, I would have said okay, I agree, because we saw the way he actually revived Lagos, and we'll say okay, the economy has now been working out. Then we actually worked well. So people felt okay, maybe just maybe if we use the same tactics, though Nigeria is not Lagos, it's big, way bigger, but maybe because he has wisdom, and of course he has what it takes to actually turn Lagos around. Talking about the economy, there's nothing like insecurity there or security, the economy of
Okay,
the
let's say
state.
the economy. So why is it now worse? That's what I'm saying. At least the expectations, what we're expecting from you was actually different from what we are seeing. Because it looks as if the country is now worse. Like we're thinking that during Buhari regime, it was even worse. Things are bad and all of that. But when Tinubu came in, like I don't even understand because I don't know where we are going to from here. It's getting worse day by day, day by day. And I'm not asking myself, does it mean that these people they don't see the news or they don't hear the cry of the masses, or it's just that
They
they just
see, they see, Mary, they just don't want to do what is right, but they see. Anyway, we can't keep dwelling on that. What's happening in Barnes, the chief of staff, the army chief, the chief of uh, army, has said that he is that they will open banners, or that they lock banners, because if they had not at that point, things will go wrong, and it will be blamed on the military. And so that was the reason they had to shut down the place to secure the place. And of course, those army that are involved in that dubious act will be brought to book. And the army, I trust them when they say so, because we know that they have a court. It's like, I don't know how they call it, whether Mashak or court or whatever, there's a name. But I know that once you are found culpable, the army will immediately, give that punishment. We know them for that. So the army general
Princess,
has said,
where it's in the court of Nigerian law, does the military have the right to seal places which have civil offense? These are civil issues. There was no.
but he did say,
not just
yes,
bill.
the chief
They
of
stop
staff.
that place. They have
No,
to stop this
Mary,
place.
that is why I brought the issue, because I know you have followed that story critically. The army chief did say that they only closed it that time because the thing has become a crisis between. It's supposed to be a crisis between the army guys that went there and the businessman, but now it's not a general crisis, police and other people as well. So they didn't want more damages, and they know that once army is involved, people will tend to respect to an
Why,
extent.
why, why don't they allow the police to do their job? When they don't allow the police to do that, that's my confusion. You understand? I know the police are they're fools and they disgrace us many a times, but many times let jurisdiction, let us respect the order. You understand? This is a civil matter. Even if it's fighting and two fighting, if a military fights with a civilian, it's a police that will come and intervene. It's not military. You don't go to military to come and do this. This is the law of Nigeria does not say the military should come and intervene. It is the police that will intervene. If it's a case between, even if two military and the navy is fighting, it's the police that will come in there because it's a matter that concerns the Nigerian state. If they have external issue within their jurisdiction, the police won't go there. Would the police go and interfere with whatever the military do in the war? No. Why do they go and, in fact, the Nigerian police, you should be ashamed of yourself. You understand? Because, and that is what you reduce yourself to. This is why you see this, princess.
And because the army chief is saying that in such situation, the army actually has the right to lock up the place.
Can you imagine? The police have the right to lock up the place, not the army. How can somebody you fighting with me and you say you are right? You are the one. You are my enemy. Two people fighting. One say is that right? We need a neutral person. The neutral person is the police. It's what happened in Okoma. Okoma and the military. And the military are the ones sealing the place. No, the police should seal the place. And the police are the ones to look into the matter critically, not from the army point of view, not from the people point of view. What kind of justice can you get here? Is the army going to say they are wrong?
But the thing is, they said the owner of the shop actually caused that incident to be arrested and handed over to the police. They didn't say hand over to the soldier.
Have they handed him over to the police? And they were taking him to the barrack and dealt with him.
The main reason for closing that barracks for some days is because they were trying to see if they can arrest the people that were beating those soldiers. But it's not easy.
Are they the one to arrest people? Maybe this is the question. It's the job of the police to arrest people, not the army.
Yes, the army, they wanted to get the people now. You know what they used to do now?
No, it's not the army. Army don't have right to arrest people. It's police that have right to arrest people.
Even the videos that were showing those beatings, it's difficult to point out the face of anybody from that place. The crowd was too much. So they said they were going to get the people. And for those days that they locked up the place, they couldn't get anybody. So they had to focus on the owner of that shop that rejected that phone that they returned. So that was it.
Anyway, we are happy that the army did say they are going to bring these army people involved in that show of shame, to justice, and we see how that story goes. And we also know that
Okoma, princess, from what I've seen in Okoma, I don't trust the Nigerian military. Sorry.
I know I give it to the army for that. If those people are found culpable, of course, they will be punished. I know them for that. And we know also that the 100 days in office of our dear president and some of the governors will be an issue, topical issue during even tomorrow, even next week, because a lot of people are still coming out. Like Daddy Chris rightly said, well, let's not just generalize. Let's look at it critically from security to economy to agriculture, to everything. Maybe that is where
I support the president student finance. I support it. I support the students finance, but the money should be made back. The student must pay the money back when they start to work. Princess is a win-win. By then we have graduates who are now qualified, and then we have to have a good job, and we pay them well, and we take the money back. Is it not a win-win?
That is true, and also we know that that will be a topical issue throughout this week, and we're going to bring more analysts on that issue as well to discuss, on that issue, weigh it, and of course we're still going to bring maybe lawyers as well to talk on the Kano crisis, because now we're not seeing the sheriff fighting against himself back and forth.
In fact, the lawyer may as well. Please, if you bring in the lawyer, I want to see him weigh into this Barnett issue. I want to know if the military have the right to seal the place, like the chief of army staff just said.
Very well, then we'll do that. But today we need to end the show. We'll spend so much time. And before we go, thanks to viewers and thanks to our guests that came, and of course that actually graced us with the new national anthem. We know that we are learning that somebody like Daddy Chris will have to teach us, because they actually used it during their days, unlike us. And so I don't know what to do. I know that yesterday at Senate, you could see the president chewing his mouth. Even the senator, they were not thinking; they were just there nodding their heads. I believe that the kids also will get used to it. Children also they are quick to learn, so they will get used to it. Unlike us, I'm very happy right now that I've left school. Nobody should stress my brain, but I feel for our footballers as well. They will have to go on each match and they will stand and they will sing. So they will go and learn that. Anyway, thank you so much for being on the show today. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on X, on Instagram, and of course on YouTube. Please subscribe, share to everybody, to all your contacts, to your loved ones, and see the amazing work we are doing here. Subscribe and hit on the notification bell. Leave us with your comment. We would love to hear from you. And of course, do not forget our outlets that are everywhere. We have in Lagos, London, and of course in Delta, and now in London, in Abuja as well. Like Mary, we say nothing on premium, nothing on luxury. We give you the best, a home away from home. You can chill for your party, for your meetings, your conferences, for your holidays. The good thing is that even families, you can just chill with your wives and your kids. It's like a home. You cook, you do everything. You have Wi-Fi. That's an added
Jesus, we
advantage. You
don't
have
carry
a
wives there. We go there with handshake. Don't talk
no,
like
no,
that.
no. But I know, I know,
Close.
I know a family that does that. Like my cousin, when she's traveling out, each time she's going through Abuja, she usually go to apartment, not normal, because the family is many now, so they won't go and be ordering food. What they do is they come in, they cook, they stay there maybe like a week or some days before they even go. And when they are returning, the same thing. Somebody with so many kids and workers as well. And
Lagos
so
and Abuja is
sometimes
really ideal, yeah.
so sometimes she will even leave her workers behind there. They will all fly from Port Harcourt. She will leave them, go, and she will come back. Then they go back to Port Harcourt. So that's why I'm saying even family, no one is actually left out. It's a beautiful
I know, I
place.
know,
And
I
of
know.
course, we have a car as well to your advantage to help you explore the city. Do well to reach out to us. And do not forget that our monthly magazine, this edition, is out as a way of you showcasing your branches, your amazing self to the world. And of course, there are archives you can keep, you can give out, and they will always be there for a long time. You see how beautiful this looks, right? And this is something this man can keep for a very long time. And anyway, don't forget our one and only Nigerian week that is fast approaching, we're already counting days now. A lot of people are already on board. We have the backing of Nollywood. We have some of our dear, yes, we're going to be having a lot of, Nollywood people around the Moonlight Film Festival. Yes, there's film screening, fashion show, the food show, business summits. We have, agriculture. We're going to be talking about the agriculture, the real estate, then we'll award ceremony, to recognize amazing Nigerians that are making impact, that are actually doing so well and carrying people along a little way of saying thank you. We see all you do, we recognize you, and so don't be left out. Also, don't forget that you can showcase your brand with us. You can come on board anyhow you want it, no matter how little what you do. We are actually willing to put you out there. Don't forget that the world is also a global village. You need to connect to the international community. This is the best way to connect, and you will not regret it. Just call us. We're just a call away. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. Hopefully, we're going to do this again tomorrow. Do not forget what I will always tell you: drive carefully. If you must drink while driving, drink water, and please don't drink while you're on the stereo. Drinking and you're struggling. Please obey the traffic law and try so well today to put a smile on the face of somebody. Try so well today to do good. Just one thing, one amazing thing, and the world will be a better place. And always remember that peace is priceless, so we'll always give peace a chance. See you as you go and learn your new national anthem. Why we do well also to learn it here. We'll see you tomorrow on the show. I remain yours truly, Princess Cassie.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915. Srtv Logistics is here. Are you into a restaurant business? We are here to help you move your goods from one place to another. If you're moving your goods out of the country or within the country, you can come to us. Trust us to handle your deliveries with the utmost care and professionalism, ensuring your items reach their destination safely and on time. Don't settle for anything less. We're part of the global supply chain of helping goods to move from one point of origin to the point of consumption according to the needs of customers. You can contact us with the numbers on the screen or email us at logistic@superiorradioandtelevision.com.
Srtv. Innovative content.